Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are. Welcome to my creative life. I'm Key, and right now is the best now moment for me to share with you another universal message. Now, I've been getting a ton of downloads, and I haven't been missing out on those downloads. I've been writing them down, and I cannot wait to share these Create With Me videos. I'm going to be creating art and sharing the downloads with you, and I'll be uploading those throughout the next video. So subscribe and stay updated by turning on those post notifications. All right, with all of that said, let's get into this universal message. I think I have a lot to share with you. And I'm going to be doing something new here. I'm going to start off with the Kantiji Oracle cards here. And we're going to see what the universe wants you to know. I love this deck because I can scry into it. It doesn't have too much figurative symbolism here, so I can just allow the message to come forth as it shall. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. What confirmations, affirmations, or messages do the... Okay, look at this. The self-tending fire. The self-tending fire. Okay. The first phrases that are coming up to me with the self-tending fire is that you have been making moves in your life that has you feeling completely independent, okay? You are taking your power back. You are walking forth in your journey on your own. You're not looking to the external for any guidance. You're not looking to the external for symbols. You are purely working on yourself. I am getting a lot of Manipura chakra energy here. You are doing the Kundalini awakenings. You are doing the yoga. You are getting that fire back, that passion back, okay? The self-tending fire. You are growing yourself in ways that no one else could have grown, okay? A phrase that is coming up for those of you who may be around people who are always constantly a part of your journey. They might be watching you from the outside. They may be gossiping. They may be just in shock about how much you've grown. A part of them wants to take a bit of credit for how far you've come, and they want to say that they are the ones that got you to be the person that you are. And don't get me wrong, this can be a bit frustrating when you feel like you know your own journey so well that when someone says, hey, I did this for you, I got this for you, I was there, it's like, yeah, you were there, but you didn't do everything, okay? So a lot of you are taking your power back and realizing that it was all within you from the first day, okay? We are starting off very strong here with a very strong message here. The voice of the moon. So you've been following your own intuition this entire time. You've been following your own intuition this entire time. And although there are people outside who are watching you and who are struck by the fact that you have grown into this bright being, you know that it was God or the universe speaking within you from the beginning. This was your higher guides doing. This was your own inner voice, okay? The voice of the moon. So a few of you may be struggling with actually speaking up for yourself. You kind of just like to let things fall to the side because you don't want to be too confrontational. I see that this may be changing. You may be speaking about things that you are passionate about. You may be changing the way that you approach situations, and you may be facing people and telling them how you really feel. Now, if you get into any of these discussions, I don't recommend that you get into any heated discussions. The people that you may be dealing with and the energy that I'm picking up is these people have a comeback for everything, although the comeback won't be exactly what you are speaking on. Some of these people may just stay in their own perspective and they're more defensive. So I don't see that these kind of conversations will be very useful in your path. So if you are speaking up for yourself, make sure that there is a reason why you're speaking up for yourself. Very powerful message. Oh my gosh, my cards are flying to the floor. You know it's a good read when my cards are flying to the floor. But yeah, this is something that you feel like you should get off of your chest, but it won't be something that will change their minds, okay? You have a lot of people who are a bit stubborn in your life. Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. These people will stay in their own perspective. They will not move from their own perspective. And, you know, the universe is saying that this is not something you should be upset with. This is something you can actually learn from. If these people are not willing to change your perspective, then maybe you should not change your own perspective and realize that your faith should be just as still as their stubbornness, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of people who are developing along their spiritual journey as well as their personality development. You guys are learning that you cannot get people to think about you a certain way, and that should not be the first thing on your mind or the first goal of any interaction that you're having. Your goal is not to persuade people to believe in you. Your goal should be to believe in yourself and to make yourself proud every day. Okay? If you haven't seen any of the videos that I've made before where I mentioned the Ikigai, you can check out those videos that I mentioned the Ikigai in. Your life is meant to be purposeful in the way that serves you the best, the way that makes you happy, and the way that other people can pick up on it. So that means that the people around you right now might not quite understand or care to change your perspective on you. But, however, you should continue along your path and find your purpose so that the people who will support you will be around you, okay? It's time to take away that need for validation. You're stepping into a more assertive version of yourself. One where you stick to your boundaries and you learn that you really don't need other people in the way that you used to. You don't need to depend on other people. You have the strength to move forward. You have the access to the resources that you will need in your journey, okay? So the dark solstice sun, there's a few messages coming through with the dark solstice sun. So a lot of you may feel like you were the black sheep in your family, like you were the one that no one paid attention to, or you were gaslit, or people just didn't really get who you are, but you knew that you had something special within you. If this resonates with you, let me know. The dark solstice sun is also showing me that you find the light within your darkness, within your dark past. You understand the higher concepts of transitioning on through death. You understand what an ego death is. You understand how to embody feelings of depression and channel them into something better. Okay, so you are very, very advanced at handling your own emotions, and it's kind of because you've always had to like deal with things yourself because the people around you would not own up to what they've done, at least not to what you feel that they should have owned up to. But this is actually giving you a gift of understanding that you hold the key to your own emotional progress, okay? So a lot of people are doing some soul searching and growing up here, okay? That is amazing. You can only have a wound for so long before you just give into it, right? A lot of people who are watching this video are people who are moving from victimhood to victory. You're moving from victimhood to victory, okay? So you want to be victorious. You want to say, I'm done with this challenge. I'm tired of looking for someone else to give me the feeling of satisfaction, or I'm looking to someone else to apologize. The first thing that you have to realize is that not everyone is here to meet your expectations, okay? Once you realize that, you're able to move on faster, and you're able to dredge up any of those emotional wounds you may have and heal them yourself, okay? Don't get me wrong, sometimes people do messed up things, and yeah, they should apologize, but trust me, if you know that these kind of people are not the type of people that will apologize in a way that will soothe you, then there is no reason to be wasting your time on people who are not apologizing. So this is a very strong message. I feel like someone has been holding on to this baggage for a very long time. I like this reading. I like the way that this is coming out with these cards. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Isis Oracle deck and see what other messages we have here. Okay, past life, present power. So, the many spiritual faces of you. Past life, present power. So, as I've said, these people who are around you, they are very familiar with the past versions of you. Okay? They're very familiar with who you used to be, how you used to act, the things you used to do, and they are not willing to see the new version of you. They are not willing or caring to really see the new version of you. So this is coming as a confirmation to those of you who have been feeling like it is now time to cut back on contact with certain people. This is your move here. You have to cut that contact. You have to realize it's just not working. Okay, you can't force an apple tree to grow oranges. You have to move forward, and you have to realize it's better to move forward than to hold someone to a standard or an expectation that they're not willing to ever be in or perform for you. Okay, past life, present power. So a lot of you are in need of inner child healing. You need to go back and in meditation, you need to go back and heal your teenage self. You need to go back and heal your adult self. This will be this is a very, very deep process where you'll have to be very responsible for your own emotions. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you have wishful thinking as to this is what it should have been like, this is how it should have been like. Very idealized imagination of what life should have been, and you were thoroughly disappointed. That happens here. It happens, everyone's not going to live up to your expectations. I can see that you were disappointed a lot in childhood. You were disappointed a lot with people always telling you that you can't have what you want, you will never be enough, things of this nature. It's time to alchemize that energy. It's time to look at yourself in meditation, give yourself a hug, and tell yourself, look, when I really look at how far I've come, I can see that I'm the person that I've always wanted to be. When I look at how far I've come, I can see that I am the person that I've always wanted to be. Say that until it really resonates with you. And I promise you, naturally, your subconscious will bring up memories and coincidences and synchronicities that actually show you that, hey, I am the person that I've always wanted to be. This is why. Remember when I wanted to get this car, and this car had always been my dream car, and I wound up with this car. Or I remember when I saw this person who had a cool tattoo. I thought they were so cool, and I was like, I wanted to be like that, and now I am that. It could be something that's simple or superficial, if you will. It can be simple or superficial, but it means something to you. Trust me, the symbols have always been there, even in your past, all right? So you are about to step into a powerful version of yourself that has synthesized and transmuted all of that negative energy into this positive being that you are today. If you do not feel that you are yet a positive person, even being neutral is a bigger step, okay? So a lot of you are coming out of bouts of depression. A lot of you are coming out of bouts of darkness, heavy thinking. You're moving out of this heavy energy. Yes, look what we have here, scales of balance, ancient tantra of the soul. So you are moving out of this darkness and into the light. Okay, you've dwelled in that state of being for a while now. You're very comfortable and familiar with it. I see that this cycle, when you step into the light and you feel happy and positive again, you feel uplifted. The next time, because there is always balance in life, we will not run away from balance. What we will do is be resilient towards the ups and the downs. So the next down that you have won't be as bad as this down that you've had before this. Okay, so you're now embracing the sadness. And I say sadness like this because the sadness will not be seen as something that is detrimental to your being and to your emotional health, okay? This sadness is something that you will draw inspiration from. So a lot of you are learning how to balance your emotions, how to balance your thoughts that are associated with your emotions, okay? So you're learning about your energy. You're learning how to put your energy towards better things, okay? So I'm getting a lot of people here will start to speak about their experiences. So some of you have testimonies that have yet to have been shared, and you're waiting to share those. You have connections that are waiting for you, okay? You have people who will benefit from you sharing your story. Of course, whenever you're sharing your story, you do want to discern and be careful who you're sharing it with, because not all people will have good intentions for you. I feel that you will be moving out of this state of paranoia about, oh, who can I share? Like when I say things like, discern, I don't mean to alarm you and make you feel like you can't trust anyone, but you're moving out of this feeling of paranoia and into this feeling of strength, okay? So you'll be able to trust in a way that's more advanced, if you will. You won't trust and depend on someone. You will trust that, hey, I can't expect this person to outright be loyal to me, but what I can do is trust that I'll be okay if they're not. That's a more powerful stance than just hoping and praying that someone will keep your dark little secret. No, your power is going to come from a place of, if I share my dark secret and this person shares it with the world, I won't be broken. You're moving up, okay? That is so beautiful. The strength is up here. The strength is leveling up. It's looking stronger, okay? All right. So let's see what else the Isis Oracle deck has for you. I'm getting a lot of motivated energy, a lot of inspired energy. A lot of you are starting new habits and you're actually doing the habits. No longer are you just like making a list of the habits. You're actually doing these habits. It could be exercising when you wake up. There's something that you're doing that has you in this motivated energy, and it's building perfect momentum for you. So the next card that has come out is High Priestess, Mysteries Revealed in the Eyes of Isis. Now, this is giving me like pineal gland activity. This is like going within to the dream realm and to the subconscious realm and understanding those deeper parts of you, or the unconscious, subconscious parts of you, and understanding how it has shaped you to be the person that you are today. So a lot of you might be understanding or learning more things about mysticism or mentalism. You're learning more about philosophies. You're learning how to apply certain philosophies to your daily life. You're heightening your experience with life. You're gaining more knowledge, and you're looking at this knowledge without logical or reasoning faculties. You're looking at it with more of a magical type of feeling. You're allowing knowledge to come to you. You may be opening up to synchronicities. Your faith may be growing, okay? Some of you are experimenting with speaking things into existence. For those of you who are starting to speak things into existence, you will come to a place where you are like, oh my gosh, like, what about all the things that I've said in the past that I didn't mean? You will be learning how to forgive yourself and how to speak prayers of forgiveness. Okay? Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. All right? So, the universe is saying right now, have no fear. And the reason being, so have no fear because you have a quantum field around you, right? You have a relationship with the universe where you can manifest things very quickly. And if you have fear, if you have doubt, if you have regrets, you will consistently manifest those, okay? So you have to revisit these parts of you that have these fears, that have these regrets. And you have to work with these fears and regrets so that they don't surface every single day, okay? A lot of you are breaking out of cycles. Breaking out of cycles. I feel like this is a channel of transformation and creativity, okay? We're always creating a new best version of ourselves. We're always creating new habits. We're always creating health, okay? So a lot of you are learning how to be mentally healthy and how to break thinking patterns that have limited you. Okay, so what else do we have? Ooh, what else do we have? It's a good read when the cards are falling. Oh my gosh. Goddess of 10,000 names. Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. So a lot of you will be testing just how boundless and limitless you are, okay? A lot of you are learning that you are the universe embodied. You are a fractal of the universe. You have God within you. You have spirit within you. You are pieces of God. God is pieces of you. You literally understand that there is a symbiotic relationship between you and spirit, and you are more eternal than you think. And you're going to be either receiving information about your spiritual nature or the greater spiritual nature of humankind, and you're going to realize how connected everything actually is. So it's really fun. It's going to be a journey. You're also going to know that you don't have to be one way your entire life. The goal is not to perfect redundancy, okay? You don't want to perfect like anything that's mundane. You don't have to stay within a certain field. There's a popular saying, there's a jack of all trades but a master of none. You're learning that that is not true for you. You may be a virtuoso. You may be a person who is a master of many. They exist. You're allowed to explore as many parts of you as you would like to explore, okay? And speaking of parts, if you don't know what parts meditation is, or the parts processes where you kind of understand your personality in parts and you face those parts and integrate that into your being, you're going to be learning about that, okay? It's a certain form of therapy that helps you to, it's an interesting form of therapy, and it helps you to just understand who you are and integrate that into your day-to-day life. All right, I'm going to move on from the Isis Oracle deck here. I'm going to pull some Light Seer Tarot and see what the universe wants to reveal to you. For a lot of you, this reading is coming as a blessing. Right now, I'm getting the message that this reading is actually holding space for you to transform, okay? So a lot of you will be watching this reading and you'll notice that your life will feel lighter in the next coming weeks. Everything will feel like it is clicking in the next coming weeks. So I'm glad that I can be a part of that. Three of Pentacles. We are moving from manifesting material things like a free coffee or a free pizza. We're moving from manifesting material things into manifesting higher spiritual principles. You are looking for a sense of life that embodies unconditional love. You are looking for a heightened awareness that allows you to float through your day. Let's see. What else? What else are they learning, universe? Even reading this feels really different from me. Really different for me, actually. I feel like I'm growing with you guys. So there is wow. You guys are going to be learning a lot of spiritual concepts. So a lot of people will be opening their eyes to something greater. So 8 of Wands also came out in reverse. We're taking less action, but it's for a reason with this 8 of Wands. You're breaking out of patterns for sure. This 8 of Wands to me is symbolizing the infinity sign and always taking action, the same actions every single day, or expecting the same things. Like, there is a sense of wonderment awakening within you. sense of wonderment. Two of Cups. You won't be doing this journey alone. That's for sure. Two of Cups. A lot of you will be finding companionship that may bud into a relationship, a romantic relationship, as you do this work. Okay, so you'll be finding companions that just feel right. You'll trust them on a level that you've never trusted someone on before. They're actually going to respect you and respond to you in ways that makes you feel completely understood. Okay. So there is a lot of serene energy coming up in this read. Yeah. The Emperor. He's sitting here comfortably, okay? He's sitting here in comfort. He knows what's next. So as you come across this knowledge, it's going to awaken this sense of tranquility within you, because you will feel like you know what to do next. You'll know when to rest. You'll know when to synthesize your sadness and channel it into something better. You'll know when to take action. You'll know what to do. He's sitting on this moon here, and it's bringing me back to the voice of the moon card in the Kantiji Oracle deck. The voice of the moon. So God is going to be guiding you at night the most. If some of you have just shifted into the night shift, you're going to be directing more in your night shift. Someone might have just gotten a job where they're going to be working at night, and they're the manager or the night manager or the supervisor, or some kind of position of authority there where you're going to be giving direction. Some of you may need to pray at night. You need to manifest at night. You need to do your gratitude rituals, if you will, at night. One thing that I like to do is use my prayer beads, and I just like to thank God for everything. Anything that I can think of, I'm thanking for everything. Literally, big things, small things, whatever it may be, whatever comes to pass, you know. I hear that your inner voice will be louder, okay? So a lot of you have been taking in a lot of information, a lot, especially auditorily. You've been listening to a lot of things, listening to a lot of people, following a different set of advice, maybe every single day. That's kind of overwhelming. What you will do now is reset from all of that information that you've been downloading and actually finding your own way to embody the information and apply the information. So yeah, you're taking your power back, and you're becoming the emperor in your life again. And you're going to know what moves to make. You're going to have a stronger sense of intuition, and you're going to find that guidance. So for the next coming weeks, I will say maybe it's about 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to be feeling more comfortable in your power. You're going to take actions that you might not have taken before, and you're going to be like, wow, that's so simple. It was so simple. Why did I overthink it? So a lot of you may be changing friend groups. A lot of you may be changing jobs. A lot of you may actually, there's a certain vision that's coming to me. There's someone here who might have like an overbearing, like authoritative figure that they've just never spoken up to. You're going to be speaking up to them and saying, look, I don't like being treated like that. There was a feeling of maybe it's too late to speak up about it, and I've been letting this go on for too long. And I don't know if I should speak out about it at this point, because it's like beating a dead horse. No, this person who you had in a position of authority in your life, or who you needed to validate you, or who you were in a toxic, dependent relationship with, this person is just going through their own cycle, and they just say whatever they want because no one has put them in check. What you don't see is that there are actually people who have put this person in check, and once they put him in check, it's not as scary as you think it would be. That person backs off. So there is a definite need for you to Speak up. Say it. Get it off of your chest. You need to have boundaries, okay? The reason why you're receiving overwhelming amounts of direction or advice or people just talking all the time is because you don't set boundaries, and you have to set boundaries. It's important for your emotional health. It's okay to say no, okay? It's okay to say, hey, this is not for me anymore. This friendship isn't for me. This relationship isn't for me. The way that you speak to me is not for me anymore. I'm not interested in it. And you have to be willing to own the results of that, okay? Sometimes in life, when you are leveling up, the old sense of safety is no longer relevant to who you are now. The old sense of safety where someone can verbally abuse you or gaslight you or manipulate you mentally, that is no longer safe. You shouldn't feel comfortable with that, and you have to put an end to it and move forward. The next sense of comfort will be one where you are respected, okay? Let's see what else the universe wants you to know. Okay. Being led to the Archangel Michael deck. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Archangel Michael deck and see what we can confirm with this deck here. What does Archangel Michael want to say to us? Sense of humor. I love how this card always comes out when there's like this very climactic moment in my reads where it's like, you're about to make a change, and then there's a sense of humor. So this ideal of sense of humor is bigger than just joking it off or laughing it off. This is actually understanding your human nature. Where there is humor, where there is drama, you will not run away from the humor of life. You will not run away from the drama of life. It is a part of this human experience. So it is now time to embrace that things will change, things will fail, things will be successful. You know, some things you will gain, some things you will lose. It is about understanding that all of that happens, but you will still be as strong as a mountain. You will still be immovable. Your spirit is still immovable, okay? Your spirit can be still, okay? As these things happen and as things change. A lot of you will be doing work that helps you to reduce your sense of ego. And I mean the ego in the sense of the ego that fears, that knows it all, that wants to keep you in the same place. You are going to be reducing that activity and understanding that you are safe no matter what, okay? A lot of people are in environments where they may not feel as safe as they would like to feel. For those of you who are in neighborhoods that you are not fond of, you have to make the steps to get out of there. If you can find programs that can help you to move into nicer neighborhoods, you should take advantage of that. If you have any kind of community resource center that can help you to move, or any government program, go ahead and make use of that and get into a better headspace. Nothing will change unless you change it, okay? Sitting there and complaining about it will not do anything about it, okay? You have to get up and make a change. Innocence. This is the next card that has come out with the Archangel Michael deck. So, innocence and sense of humor. So, understanding that not all people come to the conclusion of being responsible for themselves all the time. This is in regards to the external groups of people that may be or may have been a part of your life, who have made you feel a certain way, or who you used to seek validation from. They're innocent in their own ways too. Remember, they are also people who had to deal with their own spiritual awakenings or their lack of spiritual awakenings. They've had to deal with their own moral conscience or their lack thereof of their moral conscience. They've had to deal with their own life and their own baggage. So with you being able to see them as innocent, you will release your bondage from them, and you will be once again seen as innocent, okay? We cannot blame people for our own problems. We cannot project our issues onto other people, okay? That is something that is toxic on both parts. If you have inner issues that are plaguing you in any way, you have to take care of them, because no one else will be able to satisfy that need. Trust me. I deal with a lot of people who like to project every single day, and I'm just like, this isn't really me. I'm just here. I know that it's not me, and I did nothing really to upset you. So you're gaining a spiritual strength that is going to allow you to handle social situations in a better way, and you're going to be able to see people as innocent, and you're going to be able to keep your boundaries up too. The big word of the week is boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. People will not do to you things that you don't allow them to do. Okay? It is time to not set yourself up for danger. We don't want to keep setting ourselves up for issues, for problems. You know, we can't let our emotions push us in ways that are erratic or that don't have the best outcomes, you know. Acting out in the heat of the moment will get you nowhere. Well, it could get you some places. It can put you in jail. It can put you in a grave. It can put you in terrible financial situations. You don't want to act out of the heat of the moment. You want to be able to transmute the energy and make the best decisions possible. Our emotions change throughout the day, but our actions can actually have a lasting effect. Okay? All right, let's pull one more card for the Archangel Michael deck. I feel like I'm talking to a group of people who may not have had the best guidance in their life. Shield yourself. You might have been a person who's breaking generational curses. You might have come from a family or a place that just did not have the skills and the tools to, I don't want to say to be decent people, but to be respectful first. It feels like there's always an abuse of power around you, and you're learning how to stand in your own power and not allow negativity. Shield yourself. You're learning how to shield yourself with those boundaries once again. Okay, let's move on from the Archangel Michael deck, and I'm going to pull this universal message here. All right, decided to jump out. Do wealthy people have to spend all their money to feel wealthy? No, that's silly. They don't even have to spend a cent, do they? Oh, you still haven't made the universe. So the universe wants you to be more discerning with your actions, with your decisions, and with your choices. So spending sporadically when you want to move out of a certain neighborhood is not the best option or the best choice. Impulsive shopping, impulsive conversations, impulsive actions, impulsive thoughts. You're now stepping into a level of spirituality where you have to analyze your thoughts, and you really have to meditate and let the thoughts be as they are, but do not act on those thoughts all the time, okay? So you're learning how to be resourceful in many ways. Let's pull another universal message card here. I love these universal messages because they reach a bunch of people at one time, but what I really love is when I have a read that's one-on-one and I'm going into detail about just exactly what it is. What is it that you were planning? What is it that is, holding you back? And all those messages come out really, really clearly when there's a one-on-one. But I love these messages because it's going to resonate with a whole group of people. So this is really fun, and anyone can apply this advice or any of my suggestions to their life. Psst, it's me again, the universe. You deserve more, much more. Try this. Stop trying to predict and therefore limit where it's going to come from. Just know it's going to come and let me figure out the rest. So you are stepping into your faith, okay? You're stepping into another level of respect, self-respect. The self-tending fire is coming up to me again. You are going to learn that you deserve much more than the treatment that you've been having before. You deserve much more than half-assed friends. You deserve more than just receiving the bare minimum. You can have more, and when you set that in your mind and you follow your purpose, and you take action in your life, you'll realize that it's all here right now. The universe has an infinite amount of material to provide you with your wants and needs. As soon as you set that intention, you'll start to see that your world changes, okay? So that is it with the universal message deck. Let's go ahead and get this affirmation out. Let's see. I am improving. I am improving. I am capable of accessing my higher self and creative imagination. So a lot of you will be coming into contact with your higher guides. You will be coming into contact with your higher self. Okay, there is a difference between your higher guides and your higher self. So journaling and learning how to recount your dreams will be very important for you to receive those messages and for you to integrate those messages into your day-to-day life, okay? So a lot of the times when you start to take notes of your dreams, you'll see that you're actually predicting a great part of your day, okay? You'll see that events that you're seeing in your dream will actually come forth in your reality. And that's, you'll figure out your own dream language. I know that sometimes I have really crazy dreams that I don't even witness these things in the day, but somehow, like, I'll have a dream about, like, I don't know, like, being in a tactical unit, like, I'm in war or something, and I'm in a tactical unit, and I'm like, okay, that's not relevant to my life, but then I'll realize, okay, what is it that I'm associating this tactical unit within my own day-to-day life? So I had that dream, like, the other day, and I was like, I guess I was, like, being really fast at trying to, like, switch this, like, sniper gun and do this mission, and I was like, I don't even do this in my day-to-day life. But what I got from that dream was, I'm always at work, and I'm kind of militant when I think. I'm very disciplined at work, and I like to do things fast, and I like to do things quick. And I see every interaction where I'm working with someone as, okay, I need to hurry up and get this done the best way possible, and I got to be quick with it. I got to be fast with it. And that's how I correlated that message. So that's really important to me in my work. I like to be accurate, I like to be quick, and I like to be productive. And me being in a military or like this tactical unit was a symbol of that. So you'll find your own dream language as you go on. Don't get freaked out because, you can have nightmares, but don't get freaked out. There's always a message there, and you'll always find more about your personality in your dreams, okay? So you'll access your higher self and your higher guides through your dreams. Let's see what Archangel was here in this read. Okay. Archangel Metatron encourages focus, motivation, and organization. We have 2. Archangel Azrael, heal from grief and mourning. So a lot of you will be mourning this old self, okay? There is a death of the old self that is coming forth. We don't keep all of our memories. We keep the ones that are most emotionally riveting. So unfortunately, some of that has to do with trauma that we've had. We have great emotional response to trauma, right? As kids, we kind of like, we can remember all of the things that made us feel a certain way. If it made us feel like super excited or happy, we'll remember that. If it made us feel like super sad, we'll remember that. And so you have to start recognizing that, yeah, there are some things that you're going to have to let go of, and you will heal from those old versions of you or those old memories. So there's also a lot of grief in your life that you'll be healing from, because, hey, when you start taking action and you start speaking up for yourself and setting boundaries, you're going to realize, like, you're going to have a reaction to that. And it's going to be a healing reaction. You're going to be like, wow, like, why was I doing that my entire life? Or, wow, like, it's a process. And you'll know it when you feel it. I can't really explain it. A lot of you who are on this path and have been on this path for a long time, you'll be probably experiencing another ego death, okay? Or another moment of epiphany really soon. And some of you who are accessing your psychic abilities, you will be really connecting with loved ones who have passed over. Okay. So these are your two archangels. You can include them in your prayers. All right. With that being said, that concludes this reading. As I've said before, go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in seeing any of my newer videos or any more uploads and downloads. Turn on that post notification so that you're notified once these spiritual updates come out. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy. Peace out.